Devastating.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the DNA Design SS Combiner Upgrade Kit for Studio Series Devastator. So here we are. And there it is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up front here, we just have the big spinny murdered jaws of death thing, DK20, SS Combiner Upgrade Kits. On top, DK20. On the bottom, things and stuff, DK20, DK20. On the back, rundown of everything that is in the box. And that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have the upgrade kit for Studio Series Devastator by DNA Design. And here is everything, well, almost everything that comes in the box. There's one more piece that I'm gonna save it for later because it's special. But here is pretty much the base kit here. We get these new panels, we get some rubber hoses, some D and K, both Donkey and Kong. We get guns here for Mixmaster. Get some connector pieces, some more connector pieces, some more little connector pieces. We get these bits right here, which are going to be shoulder pieces for Devastator. We get a little belly piece to fill things out. We get a new head piece here to fill some of that out. And you get this piece that goes on the back, the big old murder death grinder thing, and the center part rotates, which is pretty cool. You can see lots of nice detail in there. Very cool. There's some nice paintwork. Not too much paintwork because they wanted to blend in with the original figure, but it works very nicely. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get down to installation and show off how all of this stores in the alt modes. So first we'll start off with Long Haul here. Long Haul gets the main bit here, and all you're doing is you're taking these two posts and they're going into his hands. So you just take it and just plug it in. You can find the ports. It's doable. I've done it. It is possible. All things are possible. And you just pop it in. There we go. And he gets that, and he gets the whole that big piece around, and yeah, hey, it's storage if you want storage. And next up is Scrapper, and Scrapper gets the shoulder pieces, and they just plug in to these ports right here. You're going to use this post, and you just plug it in, and those just sit there like that. It's not elegant, doesn't look good, but hey, things you can do. Then moving on to Mixmaster, he just gets his guns here, and there is a tab right here which goes into this slot right down here, and you just take it and dab it in. There you go. He has some extra smokestacks, I guess. I don't know. Hey, again, all things you can do. And next is Overload. He gets the headpiece and the belly piece. And what you do here is you take this section, and this will just clip on to this bit right here. And this is not easy to do. I ended up just kind of taking my knife and just kind of shaving a little bit of plastic off under here just to make some grooves for this to go in a little bit easier. And yeah, because otherwise this is really not easy to do. But there you go. Pops right on like so, and that can live there forever. You never have to take that off if you don't want to. And this side will fold under, this side will fold under. You can kind of fold these bits up if you want to. Doesn't really make much difference. Looks kind of weird. Probably better just leave them straight, but hey, do what you want. And then this just clips right back where it was. And that just stores right there. You take the belly piece, there's a post that will go into this port right here. You just plug that on like so, and that's how you store all that. The one accessory that I'm saving just kind of lays in this little groove right in here. But again, we're going to save that for later, but that's how all that stores on Overload. And last but not least, we move on to Scavenger, and he gets these pieces, the D and K pieces. he gets the connector piece, he gets these connector pieces, yeah, these two connector pieces, and he gets these connector pieces as well. I'm actually going to put these on when we get to combine mode, because they do need to be lined up a specific way, so I'm going to save this for combine mode to install those, but I'll show you where they go. But yeah, so what we're doing here, we're going to take this section right here. You want this slot facing up, and this is just going to clip in right here to this bit, and just snap that on. This is not easy to get on, but just get that pressed on as best you can, if you can. Again, this is not at all easy to get clipped on. Just give it some good old elbow grease. I may have to do this off camera, because it's very hard to do. Oh, there we go. Whew. There we go. Just snap that on. And again, that can live there forever. You never have to take that off if you don't want to. I can just fold in like that. So once you get that done, we can take these pieces here. We have to open them up to install these pieces. So these bits are going to tab in right in here in this section. Now there is one tab that's a bit thicker than the other, so you want the thinner side on the bottom portion here. So you basically want it oriented like that. And these just friction right in. And if you never want these to come out again, you can just glue them into place. That's totally up to you. They just slide in and sit right there. And same thing on the other side. Just make sure the right tab is facing down. Plug it in, plug it in. Just press those in, and there you go. That's it there like that. And you can see the color matching is pretty much dead on. Very nicely done. Like I said in a previous review, I think DNA does the best job at color matching. They managed to always get it the closest to the actual original plastic color. They do a good job with that. There you go. That all just lives right in there. So now what we're doing with these sections, the DNK sections, is these are just going to hook in. You can see these two tabs are going to go up under here. So you just press these in, and you have this clip that's just going to come up and over. And I did have to, I had to shave this little hook tab down because this was way too long, and I could not clear this upper lip, no matter what I did. So you might have to just shave that down a little bit. So just press that up, and then just going to get that over, and just snap that in right there, like so. And that'll just sit up against the back like that. Now, as far as the hoses go, let me get the other side in first, and I'll show you what to do with the hoses. So again, just tab that in, press that up, and then just kind of push that up and over, and that will snap in like so, and there you go. And these can live here forever. You never have to take them off again if you don't want to. So those just live there like that. Again, looks kind of awkward, these weird panels just kind of hanging out back there, but hey, again, it's storage. Now, as far as what you do with these hoses, the instructions are not specific about it, but it just seems like you just take them. It's easier if you just undo this. Seems like they just want you to take them and just kind of stuff them down in here. Like that. Just gotta stuff them down. Just gotta pin them in there. Again, the instructions are not specific about it, but it pretty much seems like the gist of it. Again, I just undo this to make life a little easier. Again, just kind of stuff that down there as best you can. Just pin it back like that. Tab it all together, and there you go. It kind of, it ends up kind of dragging. Again, you could probably get that stuffed in a little bit better, but you get the gist of it. Kind of hangs out there, but all that kind of hangs out back there. Again, you could probably compact that up a little bit better, get that stuffed in there better, but just trying to get through it, but you get the gist of it. But that's pretty much how that works with Scavenger. Oh, and these little bits here, they end up going in these ports right in here. That's where they go. That's where they live. But like I said, I'll put these in combined mode just so I can get them in the right orientation. But yeah, there you go. There you have all of the vehicle mode storage. So now let's get on to the robot mode storage. So first we'll start off with Mixmaster, and again he just gets his gun here. So what's happening here is you have these little ports here on either side for these posts, and you just kind of get it lined up. You just kind of wedge it in there as best you can. Not easy to do, but it's doable. There we go. There you go. He has his guns up there if you want them, and if you want to, now you can do the kind of cannon mode deal thing. You can figure out a way to do that. The instructions don't say anything. It just you can do that if you want to. Hey, hooray, you can give him his little cannon mode that he did for all of 2 seconds in the movie. But hey, things you can do if you want to do it. You have the option, and as always, options are good. Now, as far as Scavenger goes, the transformation is exactly the same. Nothing is really being altered. You're just doing everything the way you did it before. The only difference is now these D and K panels are going to end up under his arms. So those end up there. And what you do with the hoses is the hoses will just come up and over, and we'll plug into these new connector pieces that will plug into this port right here. So you just kind of bring them up and over, and just plug it in like that. Same thing the other side. Just bring that up and over. Plug it in. And there you go. So now Scavenger just has some new hoses going on there. And that's how all that works on him. And again, that little connector piece just hangs out back there. Again, doesn't interfere with anything. So there you have that. Now that's everything the instructions show you as far as storage for the robot modes go. You could probably find other ways to plug all the other stuff onto the robot modes, but they don't show you, so you have to figure that out on your own. But let's get down to why we really bought this kit, and that is for the combined mode, so let's get down to it! Alright, so we'll start off with the head portion here. So here we have Mixmaster in combined mode. So first thing we want to do is just remove this front section here. This is going to go somewhere else, so put that off to the side. And we're just going to take the face, bring it forward, and now we're going to bring in this whole assembly here. Just open all of this up, and this will just clip over as it did originally. And then all of this will drop down. These side sections will just sit behind these little panels here. I'll just clip in, then you just bring this up, and all this will just tab in as it did before. And these little bits here on hinges, you can bring those up. And there you have a much more complete looking head there for Devastator, and that looks really good and just blends in perfectly with the existing mold there. Really nicely done. Again, I think DNA does the best job at matching things up with the original figures. So yeah, really cool. Very nicely done. But now that we've done that, we take this section here. We're going to bring this out because this is going to be our new connector for the head. And we want to undo the feet, and those are just going to basically just kind of sit like that for now. And there we go. So we got Mixmaster all prepped and ready to go. Yeah! Okay, so here we have Devi, and we're going to start hooking up all the other stuff to him. So we'll start off with the shoulder pieces here. So what you're doing is just going to bring these forward, and you're just going to line up these 3 posts with these 3 screw holes right here in the arm. And just get that lined up as best you can. Push that in. There is supposed to be a gap there. It's not going to sit flush. But you just push that in. And there you go. You can see that fills things out. Adds a little bit more bulk and adds some nice detail that's supposed to be there. And just plug in the other one. Again, same thing. Just line up those posts and ports. Get that all nice and squozen. There he goes. He has some nice new shoulders here with some little missile launchers, which do rotate. So you got that going on. That looks blah, blah, blah. This is where my tongue stops working, and that looks quite nice. But we'll turn him around now. And now we're going to plug on this new back piece. So you have 4 slots, and you have 4 tabs right here. So it's just a case of lining everything up and just getting that tabbed on like so. There you go. He's got his new back piece. Now, as far as the hoses go, this post will go into this port right here. That's where that's going. So just bring that around. Plug it in, and again, everything with Scavenger transforms the exact same way. You're not doing anything different. But you're just going to plug that in right there. And just plug this in on this side. Like so. And these sections themselves are on the hinge, so you can kind of rotate these around. Have them sitting how you want, so they can maybe flare out a little bit more. You can do that if you want to. Bring that up, yeah. Hey, as always, it's yours. Display however you wish. But there you go. You had that nice new back piece in there. And the D and K panels here, they're on hinges. You can bring them forward, bring them out. You can do whatever you want there. So there you have that. So now we'll attach the head. So what's going to happen is we're going to be using this section here, and this is going to plug into this new bit that is connected onto Scavenger. And this takes a bit of doing. This is not the easiest part, but just got to get things lined up as best you can. Just kind of wedge it in there. And you're pushing on something that's on a hinge, which doesn't make life easier, but it's doable. There we go. Get that slid in like so. And you want his hands to come up. Get a better shot here. You basically want his robot mode hands to go up over the shoulders here. So just kind of get all that up and over, and then all this should just kind of collapse back and sit up like that. You can bring these back down. And you can just kind of get everything situated again. Get those legs straightened out. There you go. That can sit right there. And there he is with the head attached. So, you know, it makes it so you can raise his head up and down. You have to use, you know, Mixmaster's legs for support if you want to bring his head up. But there you have that connected. And one more note about the neck connection. After you plug this in and bring the head back, it seems like, according to the instructions aren't super clear about this, but it seems like you are still using this connection piece that goes into the insides of the wheels. You're not using the clips because the clips don't line up anymore, but it seems like, per the picture that's in the instructions, that you are still using that connection piece right there. So, and now we'll bring in these little bits here, and these go, as I said earlier, they go right into these openings right here on either side. Again, I'll try to give you a better shot here. There we go. They're just going in here into these ports, and you just want these oriented the right way. You basically want them just kind of sitting straight up, and they'll just push right in. They just friction right in. Either side, like so, and like so. There we go. So you want them like that. And now, this is where the nose of Mixmaster's cab is going to go, and these tabs are going to go into the slots here in the wheel clips. So, yeah, just try to get all that lined up as best you can. And again, if you got it right, you got it right. If you don't got it right, it ain't gonna go. Simple as that. And I don't have it right. Oops. You know what? It's probably better off to happen because give me some room to work here, actually. So you know what? That was a blessing in disguise. Again, going into some weird southern accent. Don't know why. Happens so often. So very often. There we go. Now it's sitting where it's supposed to. And now we can plug this back in. And All should be right with the world. All is not right with the world, because now it doesn't want to go in. There we go. Now it is in. Now all is right with the world. So there you have that whole setup right there. And we still have some other pieces of accoutrement to put on as far as Mixmaster's guns go. These just get plugged onto Scrapper, like so. That just sits there. That's where it lives now. And now we have this new belly piece here. And what's going to happen here is we're going to use this section, and you can see there are two tabs right here, which are going to go into these slots right here. And you have a clip here that's going to go onto this silver bar right here on overload. So we just get all this lined up, and that will clip on if we have things lined up, which I don't. There we go. There we go. And then we just kind of get all this situated, just kind of push all this up. Let's take a bit of doing to kind of get things just so everything sits where it's supposed to, but there you go. That should clip on like so. And now Devastator has a fully formed belly. Hooray for fully formed bellies. And last but not least, we have one more accessory that is included with this kit. Probably the most important accessory of them all. We have the enemy scrotum. Yes, he got his wrecking balls. Yeah. But let's put these on. My God. So what are you doing here? So come around, and there is there's a slot right in here, right. Just it's wrong on so many levels, but the slot right in here, and you just take it, and it just slots right in. Come on, Debbie. Turn your head and cough. There you go. That just slides right in there. And there you go. There you go. You have the wrecking balls. It's a beautiful thing. It's a glorious thing. Don't you just love them? Best thing ever. Best thing ever. Alright, so there you go. So there you have the upgrade kit for Studio Series Devastator, and yeah, it's a nice piece of kit. I do quite like it. My favorite part of this is just the is the headpiece. I think the headpiece is worth the price of admission alone because it just finishes off that head sculpt beautifully, and yeah, absolutely love that. Everything else is just a bonus. But yeah, some well done pieces here. The color matching is very, very good, and you know, it all goes on pretty effortlessly, and yeah. All in all, just nice piece of kit. I'm quite pleased with it, and definitely, you know, definitely helps Devastator look a lot better. So there you go. Now, if you would like this or any of DNA Design's other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There'll be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the DNA Design SS Combiner Upgrade Kit for Studio Series Devastator. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud. Home in your face.